subject of personal finance and planning, today I will be talking about net banking. In India, our aim is to make India a digital economy and the cashless economy. In order to make the economy cashless economy, the net banking is very important. Traditionally, the banking system, the banking operations that is being done is that still it is prevalent, but the point is that what we have been doing in the past is that for every small transaction, if you have to withdraw the money, if you have to transfer the money, if you have to use any banking operations, for any banking operations people have to go to the bank. But after the advent of the net banking, many of the facilities for which we are not required to go to the bank, and rather we can do it from our home itself 24/7 and all 365 days. And net banking is playing a very important role in this direction. So what we do in the internet banking is, so it is a services offered by the banks that allows customer to access various banking services and perform financial transactions online. As I was saying, we want to make the economy a digital economy. So in order to make the digital economy and the cashless economy, what we want is that the physical transactions of money is minimized, and simply by making transfers of from one account to another account, one person to another person, the transaction can be made, the financial transaction can be made. So what we want to change is, we want to change whole financial ecosystem. That is how the customers, how the business, how the economy behave. That behavioral change is required, and for this behavioral change, the internet banking is of great use. So means for making financial transactions, the internet banking is of great use. That is, if you want to transfer your money from one account to another account, from one bank to another bank, if you want to make payment of your utilities, right, for your electricity bill, for your water bill, payment of your house tax, for that matter, anything, any payment you want to make, you can make it with the help of the internet banking. And that too, you don't have to go to the bank in physical form. Earlier, there was a limited banking hours, and a person has to go in the banking hours. If you are in a service, if you are in a business, you have to physically go. So if my job is in one part of the Delhi and my bank account is in other part of the Delhi where my residence is, then for making the transfer, for making the payments, right, for getting my checkbook issued, or for taking a bank draft, I had to physically go to the bank. And since the working hours are same, the banking working hours and your own service working hours are the same, it would have been very difficult, or it is very difficult to go at the same time. Either you take leave from your office and then go to the bank and making the transaction. But with the help of internet banking, all these hassles, all these problems have been solved. And what we can do is, from our home 24/7, not only in the daytime banking working hours, even in night time, whenever you in the morning time, any time you want, you can make the transactions, you can make the payment, you can make your bills of the utilities paid, you can apply for the debit card, you can change your PIN, you can even, all the type of, you can make even investments through bank, you can open a demat account. All these types of facilities are there with the help of the internet banking. So any individual with an active bank account who can use internet banking, see, any individual with an active bank account can use net banking, provided they have registered for the services. See, first thing requirement is you must have a bank account. For the first time when you open the bank account, even these days some of the banks even allow you to open the bank account even by going to the site of the bank, by going to the bank site, bank website. When I'm saying site, means bank website. You upload your KYC, means you upload your Aadhaar card, you upload your PAN card, and all the KYC norms that are there for the bank. You just upload those papers and physically put a video of your face and other things, right? And then the bank account can be opened. And once the bank account is opened, you can also take the service of the internet banking. That is, you can use the net banking for all the services that you require from the bank. So internet banking, also known as online banking, e-banking or virtual banking, means it is a part of the digital banking system. So it is a digital banking system, I will say, is a broader umbrella, and within this broader umbrella, the internet banking, the online banking or the e-banking or the virtual banking, whatever name we call it, right, it works. So what are the features of the internet banking? Net banking allows convenient access to a variety of banking services. When you're using the word convenient, it means you don't have to go physically to the bank for availing the various services. You can do it 24/7, as I was saying earlier, right? You can do 365 days. In India, we all know that there are so many holidays apart from the routine Saturdays and Sundays. You have other holidays also. Sometimes you have a long weekend, 3 days. If Friday happens to be some festival, and Saturday also, it is second Saturday or something like that where the bank is closed, and Sunday also the banks are closed. So if there are 3-day holiday, you find it difficult to transact. But with the help of the net banking, you can do from your home itself. So that's why we call it as a very convenient services. So we have a convenient access to the variety of banking services. And customers can easily check account balance and transaction history. See, earlier or even today, those people who are not using internet banking, if they want to see their balance, if they want to see what is the transaction history, you have to go to the bank physically and get your passbook updated. In your passbook, all transactions that you have undertaken, right, whether it is a debit entry or whether it is a credit entry. Credit entry means where the money is being deposited in your account, and debit entry means the withdrawals which you have made from the bank. So you have to get your passbook updated, and then you can know what has been the transaction history for a particular period of time. See, as you are seeing that March is approaching, and for taxation purposes, we must know that how much interest has been credited in our bank account in a particular year, so that I can, while filing the tax return of my personal income tax return, then I have to show the interest income. And if I'm not using the internet banking, what I have to do is I'll have to go to the bank, ask the bank people to update my passbook, and see to it that how much interest has been credited in my passbook during a financial year. But if you're using internet banking, you can just see from your home itself what has been the transactions. You can just log into your internet bank account, right? And you can log in and see that how much interest has been credited. Even there is a separate feature that interest credited in the account can be known. So just by the click of the button, you can know that what has been the transaction during the year, what is your current balance. Supposing I want to transfer some money, and I don't have a proper record of what is my credit balance, means how much is the balance in my bank account. So I'll just open through internet banking, I'll open my account and see that what is my credit balance. So what it means is that you can, any point of time, you can check your bank balance, you can see your transaction history. So online bill payment and fund transfer are simple and efficient. There are various utility bills, there are various bills which we have to pay. We might have to pay the insurance payments, we might have to pay our regular EMI, or we might have to pay our electricity bill, water bill, and all such charges. So all these bills can be paid online only. You don't have to go physically, and you can make with the help of the internet banking. It provides a secure environment for conducting banking transactions. Secure environment in the sense that you don't have to physically withdraw the money. Suppose I want to give some money to somebody. I want to give, say, for example, 40,000 rupees to somebody, right? So I'll go to the bank, withdraw the money in physical notes form, and then hand it over to somebody. So while going from home to my bank or for business, the amount involved is very huge. So going to the bank, coming to the bank, there are a lot of hassles in it, and there is a risk of anything can happen from the home to the bank, right? So what is there is that there is secure environment. You are doing from your home, you are just transferring the money, so no physical transaction is taking place, and just by using the internet banking, you can transact the money in a secured environment. Secured in the sense, in a safe environment, right? Nobody can take the money from you. There is no such danger as like that. Protected with unique login ID and password for their account. Each account which you open, each internet account, bank will provide you a login ID, right, and the password. You can change your password, right? So when the bank will give you password, it is always advisable to change your password. And not only to change your advisable, but it is always advisable that you keep on changing your password, because there are a lot of risk of hackers and all those things, cyber crime. So in order to avoid these type of cyber crimes, in order to be doubly safe, although I am not saying the hacker will always hack your account, but there is slightest, I would say, possibility of that. So in order to avoid that, you change your password. But what I am saying here is that every login ID is unique ID. Every customer will be given a unique ID, and you can create your own password of your choice. And the password should be such that it remains same. It should use numbers, it use alphabets, it use some symbols also, so that it is a combination of all these things. So it becomes a safe and secure password. It enables customers to apply for loans or insurance online, right? So even if you are in a business and you want to take loan, or even if you want to take a loan for purchase of your house, you want to take a loan for purchase of your car, or any, say, white goods. So even with the help of the internet banking, you can apply online only. You don't have to go to the bank and apply for the loan. You just go to open your internet account, right, bank account, and then you can apply the loan or the insurance online. Customers can manage their debit credit cards and update addresses through internet banking. See, this internet banking provides you the updating of the debit and the credit card. If you want to apply your debit card or credit card, you can apply online also, right? Means with the help of the internet banking, if you have changed your address, or if you want to make payment in your credit card as the time and date become due, right, you can make it with the help of the internet banking. It helps in keeping check on investment linked to the bank account. I have made certain investments that every month I am making some investment in some mutual funds, right? So I am making a SIP, systematic investment plan. Systematic investment plan means, as you might be aware, that in the mutual funds, instead of investing in a lump sum money, what you can do is every month or every quarter, as per your convenience, you transfer a particular amount in your mutual fund scheme, right? So you want to see that how much I have transferred, when I have transferred, right? Or automatically, even you can give instructions to your bank, means with the help of the internet banking, that automatically on a particular date, your bank account should be debited by this much amount. So even you don't remember, don't have to remember that on this date that you have to transfer your money to the particular mutual fund scheme, right? So it helps in checking your investments, and it will link your investment with the bank account, so that automatically money is being created in where you want to deposit the money. So after talking of the features of the internet banking, now let me discuss in brief about the advantages of internet banking. As in the beginning of this lecture I said that it's very convenient way of banking. It's a banking system which is 24/7 into 365, right? All 365 days you can transact, all 24 hours you can transact, all 7 days, no Sunday, no holiday, no Republic Day, no 15th August, means in India these are the public holidays. Even on those days, if you want to transact, you can transact with the help of the internet banking, right? So it allows for easy fund transfer and bill payment. I've already talked about this, that if you want to make payments of your bills, if you want to transfer your fund, you can do it very easily and conveniently in a secure environment, as we discussed while talking of the feature, right? I've come back home from my office at 10 o'clock in the evening, late evening, right? And I have to pay my utility bill. I have to pay my electricity bill today being the last day, right? I have just forgotten that today is the last date, and just now I have remembered in the 10 in the night that I have to pay my electricity bill. Otherwise, the fine will be imposed by the electricity company, right? Just by the click of the mouse, I can make the bill payment, right? So fund can be transferred anytime. So it is a great benefit. It is of great benefit. It offers convenience in conducting banking transaction. Convenience, we talked about in the feature again, that you don't have to go physically to the bank. You are working, you are tired, you are working on your sofa, and you can do it transaction just with the help of your mobile or with the help of your laptop. You can conveniently do it. So it's very easily convenient. The convenience is there, right? Customer can easily track their transaction history with just a few clicks, right? So again, when I was talking of the feature, I was talked about the same thing. Anytime you can track that during the financial year, during 3 years, during 5 years, which transactions or what the different type of transactions that you have undertaken. So each money which you have transferred, each money that has been credited in your account will be known to you just by seeing your bank statement through the help of internet. It is secured with a password and a unique customer ID. Each customer will be given a password and a unique ID which is unique for yourself. Non-financial activities such as ordering, not only we can do it financial transaction, but non-financial activities like ordering a checkbook, checking account balances, obtaining a passbook can be easily done through the help of net. You just, with the help of the internet banking, you log into your bank account, right? You put your password, log into your bank account, and if you want to know about the status of your checkbook, even you can know. You had already applied, you want to know the status, where my checkbook is, at what level, means is it in the transit, whether the bank has issued the checkbook or not, right? So you can know all these things with the help of the internet banking, balances and all these things. Means you can avail the various services, right, with the help of the internet banking. It is time efficient as transaction gets completed within few minutes, in the sense that you don't have to go to the bank, you don't have to be in the queue, because there may be many customers there in the bank, so it may take some time. And not only time is being saved, but even otherwise it is very efficient system, because immediately the transaction will be undertaken as and when you will undertake the transaction, right? So within few minutes these transactions are undertaking. That's why it is called an efficient system. Now we have talked about the benefits, the features of the internet banking, but nevertheless every system that has many advantages, features, there are certain limitations. Limitations in the sense, I will not say these are the weaknesses, but I would say you must be cautious of these things. That is, when you are using your internet banking or net banking, you have to be cautious, right? Cautious because there can be various issues that can arise by using the internet banking. The issues can be like internet connection is necessary to use the online banking system. Suppose I am living in a remote part of India where the internet system is not very efficient, then I am not able to use internet banking very effectively, right? You have to have a good internet connection. Although in India, by and large, all cities, all rural areas are well internet connected with the internet. But sometimes, hilly areas, there are certain, or some remote areas, there are certain internet issues where the internet connectivity is not of high speed. So where the internet connectivity is missing or is of not high speed, there using internet banking is difficult, or you find it difficult in using the internet banking. Other thing is, it is important to regularly change password to ensure the security of the bank account and protect it from the hackers. These days, hackers operate at international level, right? And sometimes the hackers are so that they can hack the account. There is a risk. I am not saying it will happen, but there is a possibility, or I will say I am not ignoring the possibility that there is no possibility at all. your account can be hacked, and if your password and unique ID is being known to the hacker, then the hacker can misuse your account, right? You can transfer the money or something like that. So there is always a caution which each internet banking account holder should see, that the person makes the frequent changes in the password, plus you use your own laptop or mobile, right, for using the internet banking. You should not use the public systems, public what you call PCs or like that. You don't go and use in the cyber cafe. I'm not saying it is not possible, but there is a risk of hacking, because cyber cafe, your system is being used by various people. Your PC which is there is being used by various people. So sometimes there is a element of risk there. So it is important that you must use the security system so that the hackers cannot hack your account. Other limitation is some customers may not have proper knowledge in handling online banking. Friends, for using online banking, you must have a basic knowledge of the internet. You must have a basic knowledge of how to use the internet banking, right? So if a person is not properly educated, the person will find it little bit difficult in using the internet banking, right? So knowledge is important for using internet banking. Knowledge in the sense how to use it. Next is lack of personal banking relationship. See, we always say that when you use the virtual world, there is a lack of personal relationship. When you go to the bank in a physical form, you tend to develop a relationship with the banking officials that are there. They will guide you in many ways, right? But if you're not using this physical banking system, if you're resorting to the internet banking or net banking system, right, then this personal banking relationship is missing. Means the relationship of a banker and a customer is missing, because it is a faceless system. Neither you are going to the bank in the physical form, nor the bank officers are seeing you, that who you are, just by having a bank account and the unique ID in the internet. You're using the bank account, but when you don't visit the branch in a physical form, in a personal form, then this relationship is missing. Now, after talking of benefits, features, and the limitations of, or you say the precautions of the internet banking, the point is how you register for internet banking, how you use this system of internet banking. So to get started with internet banking, the account holder has to visit the bank branch and submit an internet banking application form along with the required documents like a bank passbook and the Aadhaar card. Friends, many banks, first time when you open an account, you have to go to the bank for opening the account. But even in case of some of the banks, even this bank account can be opened without going with the help of you go to the portal of the bank and you upload all your required document, right? A small video has to be prepared and has to be uploaded so that the bank can see that it is you who is opening the account. Means your face will be visible there and you can open the account. But still, especially in the public sector banks, many of the banks don't open the account first time in this form, but rather you have to personally visit the branch. Once the account is being opened, then with the help of your required passbook and the Aadhaar card, a form has to be filled, right? You can apply for the internet banking. The bank, after seeing your records, the bank will issue you a unique ID and password that you can change afterwards, right? And a bank account, internet bank account will be opened. After the application form and documents have been submitted and verified, the bank will issue a unique user ID and password to the customer, right? So means you have to have a bank account, and with the help of the bank account, you have to apply for internet banking. That you don't need, only you want bank to provide the services not only in the physical form, that is whenever you go to the branch, right, the services will be provided, but if you want to use the internet banking, for that internet banking form has to be filled, and after checking your records, the bank will issue you a unique ID card and the password so that you can use the internet banking. Now, after talking of what is internet banking, right, and features, advantages and limitations, now what are the different systems of fund transfer that I am telling you? So there are three types of fund transfers which can be made using internet banking. One is National Electronic Fund Transfer, which is popularly known as NEFT. That is National Electronic Fund Transfer, which is known as NEFT. The other is Real-Time Gross Settlement, RTGS, popularly known as RTGS. Third is Immediate Payment System, which is known as IMPS. Normally, these are being known by their short form. That is, if you have to say National Electronic Fund Transfer, many of the people may not even knowing it. What is this National Electronic Fund Transfer? But the moment you say NEFT karna hai, means you want to do NEFT. If you go to the bank, means either you can use with the help of the internet banking, or even in the bank also, I'll be telling you what this NEFT is, right? You just go to the bank and say that I want to make the NEFT. So immediately the person will understand what it means. Or if you tell somebody to whom you want to transfer the funds, okay, just wait, I'm doing NEFT or I'm doing RTGS, right? So you don't normally use the full form. In practice, we use NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer System, right, or RTGS, that is Real-Time Gross Settlement, or you can say Immediate Payment System, that is IMPS. So these are the three types of systems of fund transfer. Now, after talking of this, let me very briefly tell you what is this National Electronic Fund Transfer System, right? Transfer of funds from one bank account to a different account of another bank using beneficiary account number and IFSC code. IFSC means Indian Financial System Code. If you see your checkbook, or if you see your check, if you have a bank account, and you will see that on every leaf of the checkbook, on every page of the checkbook or every leaf of the checkbook, every bank has its own unique IFSC code, right? So bank is normally being known by not only its node, that each of the branch, each branch has its own, means each bank has its own IFSC code, Indian Financial Service Code. So by and large, the bank IFSC code you must mention if you want to transfer the money. So this service is available 24/7 on internet banking. I am talking of what NEFT is, and as per the RBI guidelines, the payment made by NEFT are processed and settled in batches of half an hour, but it can stretch to 2-3 hours. Means that it is not on a real time. Every transaction you make, it is not the separate transaction is being it. The transaction is made. Suppose you have a bank account in one public sector bank, and you want to transfer the money in the other public sector bank or in the private bank, right? So you make a through internet banking, you made a NEFT. Not that if you are making a NEFT at 10 past 10 o'clock AM, right? So immediately it's not necessarily the money will be transferred, because the transaction will be transferred through banking operations. The transaction will be transferred after every half an hour, right? So after 30 minutes. So within 30 minutes, the money will be transferred in the other bank account of the party to whom you want to transfer, right? So NEFT, it is not on a real time basis the money will be transferred. It will take some time in transferring the money. So I'll be talking of this in my next lecture about the NEFT, RTGS and other things. But in this lecture, what we have discussed is what is internet banking, how it operates, what you do in the internet banking, how you can open internet banking account, what are the benefits of the internet banking, what are the precautions while using internet banking. Right? So these are the issues which we discussed in this lecture. So in the next lecture, we will be talking of NEFT, RTGS and UPI. Thank you very much.